right. Good afternoon. We'll call this meeting to order. All right. Did everybody have a chance to review the meeting minutes from the February 19th meeting?
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes as read.
Chad makes the motion.
Second.
Rick with the second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Two that are not here. Report to the sheriff's report, please.
Good afternoon, council. We currently have 47 people incarcerated in jail today. Meals are at $2.07. Last month, the number one charge was OWI, followed by petition to revoke. We've had a high of 62 in the jail, or 52 in the jail last month, and a low of 48. Traveled 16,072 miles. That's not all we got. I do have something else to give you guys. We had the opportunity to receive a free canine from a kennel in Plainfield, Indiana, and we're got information from the commissioners. It's going to be a drug dog only and used for public events and to educate the public. It will not be a biting dog. It's not aggressive. Not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna have for narcotics and tracking and stuff like that. In the last couple of years, we have had to track several individuals in the county, and not the criminal side, but an individual got lost and we tracked him out near Kings Bridge. We had a mushroom hunter get lost and was in a tree for about 12 hours. So it will be able to track, and then we had a little boy in Orleans here recently who got out and wasn't being watched quite close enough and got away, and we could use him on that too. He's going to be 100% paid for, his certifications and everything, so the county should very little cost. We've got free veterinarian, free food. I've had a couple sheriffs reach out to me with a free in-car kennel. The kennel we got it from Plainfield, those also provided all the toys and indoor crate and everything for them. So I just think it'd be a good thing to have for Orange County. It won't just be for the criminal side; it'll also be for training people, public events, show kids what he can do. We plan on putting him in different schools to show kids what the dog can do, and we had a term for drug use for kids too. So just come on, bring it to you.
I think it's great. I think it's great what you're doing, but when do you think this will take place?
We've already got the dog.
Good.
Yeah, and he goes, they start their training May 4th, and then it's 16-day training, and then he'll hit the road in May 1st and June.
And just work with one officer.
One officer, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a asset to the county.
Chris has got him with him, getting acquainted with him, and joining up with him now. So hopefully it's turned out to be a good thing. So we gotta have a high drive guy to do it because dog needs to be out there and going, not just sitting back all the time. Jail inspector was here. I'll get you guys the report when I get it. Probably about another month before I get it back from him. Yeah, several things that we'll just work on. That's all I have.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Carl, one more thing. Sorry, Carl. We had we paid $1,755 for uniform, out of the uniform line, and it was billed twice. I'd like to be able to put the reimbursement of $1,170 back into the uniform line. Just need your approval for that. Okay, we bought some uniforms, $755. And they billed us twice, so it's paid twice. Now we're ready to put the refund back.
I'll make the motion to move the refund back.
Chad makes the motion. Rick
Second.
Second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'd love to send Georgia in
George's not here. You know that.
What'd you put back in?
1755.
Exactly what we got.
All good?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sure is your way.
Alright. County highway guys, been working on, getting our seal rock hauled into the stockpile. We're utilizing that big slab that we poured last fall. It's working great. We got about 2,300 tons sitting on the slab. About another probably 600-700 tons. We'll have everything we need, for this summer, prepping for our chip and seal. Guys have also been out, salt cutting roads, getting ready, prepping for all the culverts that we've got to replace around the county on the roads that we're gonna be blacktopping. Do have our RFP out advertised through NDOT right now. That is for the preliminary engineering for the total sign replacement, grant that the county got, an amount of $918,000. That is the 90-10 grant. And there is an approval, I think, with additional appropriations at this meeting a little later on for $120,000. We believe that will take us through this calendar year. That is 90% reimbursable. So if we did spend the whole $120,000, that's actually only $12,000 of the county's money. The rest will be reimbursed through NDOT. The only other thing I've got is we do have countywide cleanup this Saturday out at the highway department from 8 a.m. to noon. Taking trash, junk, nothing, no toxic waste, no loose shingles. We are taking tires again, 8 tires per household, no businesses on that. So it looks like it's gonna be a good weather day, so hopefully we'll have a big turnout Saturday. That's all I got.
Awesome, thank you. All right, friends from Staff Fighter here.
Yes, sir.
If you're ready to give your presentation, we'll be glad to accept it.
Thank you. So, yeah. Don't touch the laptop. Sorry. I hit the wrong button. That's bad news, right? So anyway, my name's Daniel Griffin. My voice is a little weak, so I apologize that I have not a strong voice, but can you hear me okay? Okay, good. When you talk a lot, you lose your voice, at least I do, so sorry. But anyway, Staff Flight partnered with Ascension St. Vincent's. We are PHI Medical. So Staff Flight name is only in the state of Indiana. Go anywhere else across the nation, we're PHI Medical. Top right picture of the helicopter is our black and yellow standard color for PHI. The bottom right is the blue and white that says Ascension St. Vincent on it. That's a helicopter you'll probably see here in Orange County. They're out of Seymour, Indiana, Madison, Indiana, Evansville, Indiana. So all those 3 cities can accommodate, take care of your county here in Orange County. So with that being said, next. I just sort of summarized that already. That Staff Flight was formed because of Ascension St. Vincent. Staff Flight's a PHI medical controlled unoperated flight program. We're headquartered in Tempe, Arizona. But like I said, we have 7 bases here in Indiana, 5 in Kentucky, and the nearest ones to Paoli, Orange County, is going to be obviously Seymour or Madison. Staff Flight flies to any hospital. So you might hear Ascension St. Vincent's because they're the ones that partner with us, but at the same time, we fly to any hospital at least at a trauma level that can take care of your, God forbid, any emergency needs in case something happens to your loved one. This partnership helps around the citizens of Indiana with critical life-saving air medical service. Next. Keep in mind, even though here in Orange County, I'm sure, air medical flights don't happen very often. And thank God for that, right? Thank God for that, because it happens every day somewhere across America. Over 500,000 flights happen every year, over 1,500 a day. As you can read on down, 1 flight every minute. It does happen. This prayer never happens here, right?
Nothing more than
Yeah, yeah,
air evacs right here in town. We hear them fly a lot.
yeah. You never know when a call gets called into us, or evac, or any air medical emergency company. It happens a lot more than you realize. Every base for PHI maintains a dedicated crew, 365, 24/7. So every day of the year, there's a crew ready on standby to take care of your emergency needs. A flight paramed, they're certified flight registered nurse, the pilot, mechanic, and the medical director. Next. We all know about medical emergencies like any type of trauma, accident, cardiac event, heart attack, strokes, high-risk pregnancies, burns, pediatrics. There's always an emergency going on somewhere. We pray it's not serious enough to be flown, the patient to be flown, but if it does need to be flown, we're here to take care of your needs. Inter-facility flights happen more often than you realize. That's when you go into a doctor's office or hospital, have tests run, they find something that's not good, and they have to take it to a higher level of care, like Indianapolis. Obviously, that's where you're going to be flown. This membership covers that inter-facility flight transfer. So keep in mind that you don't have to be an accident, even though accidents are a lot of reasons why people are flown. But it could be this a bad situation happens when you're in the hospital. You have to get a higher level of care fast. So they'll call us in, and we'll get you wherever you need to go. They can take care of your hospital needs. Sometimes ground transportation isn't quick enough either. You know that because of roads, weather, different reasons why. Next, just basic information regarding the type of equipment we use. Who's seen the inside of the air medical helicopter? So it's like a mini ER room. I mean, there's some high-tech equipment inside these helicopters that keep people alive. Don't think it's just like an ambulance. It's that too, but it's more than that. It's like an ER room and an ambulance. You can be treated a lot more extensively inside a helicopter than you can an ambulance. You can do more, keep you alive. Speed is also a factor. How quick we can get the person to the nearest trauma center. Fetal monitors for babies. Babies are flown a lot because they need care immediately. So fetal monitors, things like that. For night vision, we have the goggles for that. A lot of technology goes in these helicopters, and our crew that flies these helicopters, so they can get us to the location where they're flying to in a safely and timely manner. Thanks. Just to give you an idea of the mapping system. So all of our helicopters can fly 150 miles from our air bases. We have 7 bases here in Indiana. They are from Evansville, Seymour, Madison, Rushville, Greencastle, West Lafayette, and Marion. That covers, the next picture will show you. All right, maybe next one for that, maybe I have an hour. Anyway, there's a Family Tracks app that you can use so if your loved one's being flown, you can track them GPS, so you know exactly where the helicopter's at when it lands at the hospital. And we're one of the only companies that allow an extra patient, well, not really a patient, but an extra loved one, to be flown with their loved one. So if your baby, your daughter, your son, your wife, your loved one is being flown, we can let whoever join in the flight, the pilot's discretion. So you're going to have to pass his approval so you can climb on board and be with your loved one. We do allow that though. Of course, the membership program, we know there's a cost involved, but with PHI Cares, there's no out-of-pocket costs when you're transported by PHI. No limited number of times a member can be transported or a family member in your household. No limitations. The membership covers everyone in your household as long as they live at your address. They don't have to be a family member. They can be a non-family member, just a roommate or somebody, but they are covered as well as long as their address is your address.
Right?
Yeah, that map on the right, yeah. So that map on the right side of that slide gives you an idea of how Indiana is covered by PHI, not counting other states. That's just in the state of Indiana. So it's like 90% covered. You can fly beyond 150 miles too. That's a good standard we realize is a safety distance. So, yeah, back to the end. So keep in mind that we don't plan on vets, right, ever using something like this. So first of all, let me ask you a question. Who has been associated with an air flight, air ambulance?
Yeah, my dad, he flew out on.
Your dad. So you know a little bit about it then because of that. So we don't really want anybody to experience this, right? We don't want that. But if it happens, we thank God above that's available for us to be our loved one to be taken care of in a quickly, timely manner. But seconds save lives, right? Seconds save lives. An ambulance is doing a good job. Not as fast as a helicopter, not near as fast, right? You can attest to that. So, and when you're in a rural area, Orange County is sort of a rural area. Bad roads, curvy, hilly, right? Nothing wrong with that. But if you need to get somewhere fast, guess what? It slows you down. And higher risk for something to happen. So air flight is the key to, you know, a fast response to the accident. So we are proud to be able to be here, to be able to present this to you. Any questions from anybody?
How much is the limit?
So the way we work this out, I'll work this out with my Vice President of PHI Cares, is we put together a program called Self-Pay. And that's the agreement that Orange County would enter into with PHI, where the whole household would be covered for $75 a year. That's about $6 a month. So very affordable, in my opinion, not your opinion. For $75 a year, if you have 10 people living in your household, you're all covered. For 2 people or 1 person, they're all covered. So it doesn't matter the number of people that lives in your household, as long as your address is the right address, is yours. Now, if you can, Orange County can enter into we call it a business-to-business agreement. It dropped the price to $65 a year per household. And that's more of a group membership. The other way is an individual membership. So if the county employee left Orange County, right, as an employee, went to work somewhere else, whatever, you'd have to decide, would you want to keep continuing to cover them for the rest of the year, right, on the B2B, where the self-pay is just theirs. They go with them, they leave. If the county's paying for it, obviously, you wouldn't want to keep covering probably. I mean, you could. It's different ways you can go through that scenario.
Right.
But most people, when I say people, I mean county governments, do a B2B that covers their employees. And they take it with them if they retire, find another job, whatever the case may be. But the self-pay is more flexible for the county to say, hey, if you want it, you get it at the county, it's going to save you some money. If you quit your job or leave your job or something happens, you just take it with you. It's good for 1 year.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Renewal same.
Renewal's the same, yes, sir.
But once they left though, they wouldn't be eligible, once they left the county employment, they wouldn't be eligible to sign back on the next year, correct?
Not through the county,
Not- but-
individually.
But will that still be the same price?
No, it'll go up.
It'd be the 75 then.
No.
It'll go to 95.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Is that good just in Indiana or nationwide?
Good question. It's nationwide. We have bases in Hawaii, California,
Oh, good. Oh, you're fine.
and Texas, Florida, Kentucky, Ohio, Wisconsin. Almost every state except like Montana, Washington, Wyoming. Let's see. Like Maine, those states are covered. Just not a lot of flights. All those states, low populated states, small states. but I'd say 90% of the states that people vacation in or travel to or have family members live in that you go to visit around Thanksgiving or wherever, different times of the year, those are covered. So the membership does cover all across America.
So the 95 is for people.
That's for anybody.
For anybody. So if they're not part of the
Right, not part of
county,
it.
if they did that. This is something we're presenting to the commissioners. They're looking at.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
So let me get it, I mean, the 95, that means that the county employee or someone within the county?
Yeah, within the county.
If
They're
they
not
leave our
employed in
county.
Orange County, in county government,
Then it's 95.
correct,
Okay.
the next year.
Yeah, just want to pass these out.
Okay.
Okay, on this here, say something happens and they call you. You're busy. You guys gotta get somebody else to come. I don't know if you guys work like that or what, but,
We refer to another local base,
okay, now.
but if they're not available, yes.
Are we still covered under you guys to cover that flight that's not owned by you?
That would be only through PHI, so it's another company. They would not, PHI wouldn't cover their expense.
So Air Evac is not owned by PHI?
No,
So if PHI is busy and can't get to you, but they tone, what did I just say? Air Evac, then you're on your own with Air Evac.
correct, and vice versa. Correct.
So in other words, this would just be like a backup coverage. You know what I mean?
It happens a lot. People are covered by one company and not covered by other.
I know, yeah, that's why I'm asking. I mean,
That's, so, I think I have both
Yeah.
coverages, you know, I live them for them.
Exactly, yeah.
It's very reasonable, the cost for the year.
So these are just two companies now, basically. It's
Pretty much in Indiana, yeah. Around Bloomington, IU, Indiana, University has their helicopter, their medical helicopter. They're very limited on coverage. So,
Well, I know with one
Yeah,
that happened
sure.
around here, it was Kentucky 7. I think is what had ended up coming in and getting the person I'm talking about, but then they was still.
Indiana 7 maybe.
I thought it was Kentucky 7.
That's the one in Gordon.
That's air methods.
Yeah.
Air methods, yeah.
But I think it's Kentucky 7 come in and they're.
That must be our methods. Very
I
bad.
can't be, I couldn't, I mean, I couldn't.
We have Indiana 7 out of Madison.
Yeah.
And of course Seymour has that flights, 3. And, Evansville set flight 6. Others are further away. Rushville, probably too far away.
Do you have any kind of records that's how many trips you've made to Orange County like in the past year or anything like that?
I could get it for you.
I was just curious.
I don't know off the top of my head.
How much you come in and out of Orange County?
It seemed like lately we've been using more here in this county. Probably the past few months. There were reasons happen, certain times of the year helicopters can go under maintenance, not available. So when they're called upon, whether it be us or some other company, something that we get referred, be, used or dispatched out. The other company's not available. And plus we fly in very high, they call it IFR. It's where if it's real foggy or bad conditions, we have the technology and equipment on our craft, and helicopters, to accommodate a safe travel in those kind of weather conditions. We're the only company that offers that. So we get dispatched out a lot because of that. And our crews are trained in that as well, obviously.
One more question on that. You said if you got in a group, it was 65. If you didn't get in a group, it was 75. On that group, is that year to year?
Yes,
Is that
year to year.
1 year to year contract, or is that a 2 year, 3 year?
It's 1 year contract. You can opt into a 3 year or a 5 year.
Okay, but it's at least 1 year.
At least 1 year,
Okay.
yes.
Well, if you could send me that, that information, what we usually do is I can send that to our attorney, let her look over the contracts, and then we present it to the commissioners.
Okay.
And, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like I said, if they was agreeable, I wouldn't know why we couldn't go ahead and offer another company to our employees, you know, if we had, everything was okay, everybody.
A lot of counties do,
Do you have a certain number of employees that you'd have to sign on?
only 3.
Only 3.
If you go beyond 100, you get a price break, like 55. It depends on the higher the number, the price drops. But you have to go at least to 100 to get that price break. So 3 up to 100, it's 65. It's pretty simple. Remember that.
But that is for the 1 year contract.
That's for a 1 year. So I want to send the numbers to you.
Okay.
I'll show you the options for the 1, 3, and 5. And the price breakdown, you know, for like over 100, 150. The price
We
breaks.
won't get over 150. I mean, if we're staying within our county government. But like I said, and I don't know, when you said county, like, I don't know how far, like,
County is anyone employed by the Orange County
Okay.
government. Yeah.
Alright.
Now, Paoli has a city government.
another
Sometimes,
town.
sometimes they come together. Because if you live in the city, you live in the county, right?
Yeah.
So we have no problem with covering city employees under a county agreement.
Okay,
But if they do, of course, that's what Orange County wants, right?
right,
Like the city mayor, county commissioners have an understanding with that.
okay.
But if you win a 3 or a 5, is there a price break in that?
No,
There's no.
no. It's just times 3,
By
times 5,
all
yeah.
means, yeah.
But what's nice about the multi-year is you're locked in at that price.
So if it
You know, we
does
haven't had
go
a
up,
price raise in a long time. But if it happens, you don't have to worry about the price raise, you know. Your price is locked in. That's the advantage of that. Not worrying about it year to year to year to year.
Sure.
But if county government officials change, they might like to look at it and review it each year. I like 1 years because things can change. You're not locked in. You know.
I mean, you're right about going up because it's not going to go down. So,
No.
you know, keep it from going up. So,
Correct.
Right.
My question would be like, if, say one of us has both, or just, and something happened that neither could make it, then we have to go to a third party again?
And you're
It's not
paying that
covered,
one.
right?
Unlikely that would happen. I can't say it wouldn't happen.
Right.
But you have a lot of aircrafts with 2 companies, Canary Vac and PHI, or Satellite.
Do you just have one at each base, or do you have more?
It depends, different times of year.
Yeah.
We get multi-aircraft at different times. The Madison base covers Cincinnati and Louisville,
Right.
very high volume base. So they carry more than one
Yeah.
aircraft. Seymour, definitely 1, sometimes 2. They're pretty busy too, though. They cover, you know,
So do you have stats on how many percentage that 2 companies we're talking about flying out of Orange County, for example? Are they doing
I could get it for
75%? Are
PHI.
they doing 75% of the travels or better? Or, just curious how many, what percentage? You know?
I don't know about Air Vac, but I can give you the answer for PHI.
You're great.
Yeah, I think that's something
Yeah.
good for us all.
Yeah.
Also on this, types of membership in your brochure, it does say household members. Covers immediate family and up to 3 non-dependents living in the same household. Did you say it cover anybody in the household?
As long as they live at your address, yes, sir. It says 3 there, but they're pretty lenient on that. Yeah. They added something in there. But they covered 12, 15 people in the household.
Wow.
We have all the Amish Mennonite community. down there.
Really?
Yes.
They
Over 2,500 members in their group. And they have a lot of people in their families. That live in their house. They do. Montgomery, Indiana. Yeah. Bowden, Hannibal,
Davis County.
Davis County.
Davis County, that's correct. So, yeah, along with the hospital, and the hospital as well, Davis County Hospital. And they were a good learning curve for PHI Amish families because of their multi-large household, number. And they're self-insured. They don't have insurance. They pay for all their medical needs, right? So this was a huge bonus for them because the cost of an air ambulance flight, if you don't have membership, you don't want to see that number. The No Surprises Act helped somewhat, but it's still insurance company's decision. And they don't like to pay it. Especially when you get those kind of bills. Y'all know the cost of air flight? Just curious. Ever seen one?
Well, I just heard what that one was I was asking about that got sent in here, and I mean, if that is true,
It's scary.
it's 60,000, what I was told.
That's pretty low.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Really?
So membership is like a no-brainer.
Well, 18 was bad 10 years ago.
It's pretty wild.
You may have answered this, but where would it be housed at? The flight service itself?
It's why that out of Seymour, you said.
So you mean where the helicopters actually kept
Okay.
the bases?
Seymour, Madison.
So the bases, go back to the picture.
I had to work, so I got here late, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right there, far right side picture.
Far right side of Indiana.
Do you have one in Louisville?
Madison covers Louisville.
Okay.
And it's not on that.
Seymour would probably be close there too.
Yeah, see, Madison is not part of the staff flight program. They're PHI 7. So you said PHI 6, or not Spitz, Kentucky 6. It threw me a little curve. So Madison is Indiana's.
Right there.
Yeah, you see it on the right of this picture.
And see where it's on.
But staff flight is something that Ascension St. Vincent, you're all familiar with Ascension St. Vincent's big hospital in Indiana, right, out of St. Louis, Missouri. So they wanted to be involved with this. They chose PHI to be their partner for air medical flights. Evansville has a big St. Vincent hospital. Indianapolis has a lot. A lot of flights happen outside Indianapolis with PHI or staff flights. Same thing. But the point is, if you go beyond Indiana, it's PHI. We're no longer staff flights, as my jacket shows. Even though in Indiana, I don't look at myself as PHI. I'm more like the brochure shows, staff flights. It's just ID, labeling, advertising for Ascension, branding actually, yeah. So when you see our helicopter, you think it's Ascension helicopter, and it's not. We own the helicopter. That crew is our crew. Ascension has nothing to do with it except their name. And that the hospital takes care of the problem, the doctors, the surgeons. But down in Evansville, Deaconess is a big name, right? But PHI, Ascension, flies to Deaconess a lot. So don't let the name of the hospital throw you off. Even though Ascension is going to be on the side of our helicopter in Indiana, we fly to a lot of hospitals. It doesn't have to be Ascension.
How long will it take a flight from Seymour to say somewhere in the Orange County area? Say it's at French Lick or
15 minutes.
How many?
15.
That's quick.
Where's the, yeah, the actual show's time. Oh yeah, I didn't mess with that. There's a lot of pictures. I tried to shorten it.
And I think, like you said, that the stat flight chopper is bigger than the Airvac. So
That's
it goes-
correct. Good question.
It goes
Good comment.
faster and you can haul
Yeah.
more weight.
And that's why they can haul like a spouse or something like that.
We actually are the only company, our medical company, that allows a loved one to board the helicopter. So if your wife, your daughter, your granddaughter, a loved one in your family is being flown, you want to be with them, right?
Right.
You don't see them take off in the helicopter, right? You want to be right there beside them, holding their hand or whatever. So we allow that at the pilot's discretion. The pilot is not comfortable with the way you're acting, like you're like upset.
All right.
But that's an important part of what we provide to our patients, is letting the loved one be part of that. That's a large part of the healing too, you know. Yes.
Any other questions? Thank you very much for your time.
So needed from me again is excuse me one second. Needed for me again was the breakdown, how the pricing will work.
Yeah, if you have a contractor agreement or something,
Yes.
send that to me. I'll email it to you, I'll send it off to our attorney, and we can put it in a decision.
And if you need me to come back, I'll be glad to.
And then also the statistics on how many flights come to Orange County currently.
Right.
Thank
you so much.
Sounds great.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're very
Thanks for
welcome.
coming, appreciate your time.
Thank you for letting me be here.
All right, moving on. Are there any audience items? Who wants to go first?
I don't have any.
Joy.
I need to request permission for out-of-state mileage paid for from Recorder's Perpetuation for our vendor symposium in May. I'm not 100% sure we're going yet, but I figured if I could
Yes,
do
sir.
it.
She doesn't go, I will.
Sandy wants
Is it
to.
somewhere good?
No,
Doesn't matter.
Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, wow.
But I've been there 2 or 3 times, so.
Yeah, the mileage comes out of our account, it's not general, but because it's out of state, I need to ask permission.
I'll make a motion to approve her out of state mileage.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's it,
What you got? You sure? Everything else is
that's
good?
it, everything else is
All right,
great.
thank you. Anybody else?
Waiting to mail out tax bills.
Okay, cool. Wait.
Mine.
Good news, good
Yeah.
news.
You're waiting to what?
Mail out tax
Oh.
bills.
I could have not listened to that.
Mr. Bruner, do you have any questions for the team here?
I do.
Shoot.
It's up to any of you to answer my question, but how did you guys get involved in the community, like with helping in the county council?
Yes, sir, for you.
Well, everybody probably has a little bit of different answer, but we all kind of probably got here for the same reason, right? Anybody want to answer?
To better our county, help our constituents, and do everything we can to make it better for everyone.
That's all you got?
I do have another question.
Ask away, it's all right.
So, exactly what all do you govern?
So the county council is the fiscal body of the county. So all the county's finances, that's the part that we govern, but we work well with the county commissioners. They're the executive body. We have to work together as a team, checks and balances. So if they have a project that they want to work on and they need funding for it, we manage the county's budget, so we help to make sure that the project receives the proper funding. I think that's the easiest way to put it, right?
Yep. Sound good.
Every part of our county is represented here. So every district, French Lick, West Baden, Orleans, Paoli, Southeast, we cover the entire county. So it's not just my opinion on where I live, it's everyone's opinion. That's why there's 7 of us on here. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There is four township districts, and then there is 3 at large. So the at-large districts are voted by everyone in the county, and then the districts are voted on by the district that you live in, or that you represent.
And how do you guys get your positions?
We're all elected.
We are elected by the county residents of the election.
Well, that's all I have.
Come back anytime.
He's with the Boy Scouts, he's getting his badge.
Yeah, I saw
He
that.
had to
Yeah.
come in and
They're working on communications merit badge, and one of the requirements is to attend a public meeting and exercise active listening skills. And then he'll have to come back at a meeting, at a scout meeting, and actually present to us an objective report on things he heard tonight and stuff. So,
Awesome.
Yeah,
so we'll
that
be
is
here next month too with 2 more boys. We're
Yeah.
working on the same batch.
excellent. Yeah, what better way to learn than to come out among us?
He's a Girl Scots grandson.
Okay, won't hold that against you.
You've heard that 2 or
I've
3
seen
times.
you in the
already.
store before.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Gerald was a great Melonian school.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming to join us tonight. Appreciate you for being a leader.
Hey.
I know you're a leader. You're a Marine, so that's cool. But
Well, I wasn't smart enough to stop there. I went to the Army
see
after that. Did about 27 years total, so.
appreciate your time and your service.
Yeah, thank you. Do appreciate it.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. We'll see you next month.
All right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you.
Stay out of trouble.
We're good.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Miss Auditor.
Okay, I just wanted to know if you had a chance to look over the additional appropriations.
It's okay. I'm not just him.
Carl had his countywide sign replacement grant, $120,000, that's coming out of MVH restricted. Local public health services, $7,000. That's what Lonnie, he said, this is what he says about that. He's not here tonight, he had an appointment with his dad. One that is advertised for March meeting is an oversight on his part. He missed the additional, or he missed the income list. That's what he missed. Getting it over to the 2026. I should have requested $7,000 being covered. We covered the sensoring, monitoring, electrical needs. Typically, this we're now forced to make this request for an additional appropriation. So that's what his $7,000 is. Cost of program, the attorney fee, $1,500. And we get that, that's already been sent in, that 1,500, so.
Like Carl said, that 120,000 is a grant match, but part of that is reimbursable. So the only portion that comes out of the county's pocket is $12,000. So that's pretty important to note.
Do we make a motion for all three of them or separately?
Just all
I
one.
can do it all one
I'll
time.
make a motion.
I'll second
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, I have one more thing for Lonnie. He also was asking for a verbal. He's asking for $11,000 out of professional services. The second request is a verbal approval on additional money to be appropriated to cover contract with Jamie Walker Grant Consulting for grant work to bolster the health-related projects for our county and to our region. We currently have over $200,000 in rollover funds in this fund. We are advertised by the state of Indiana, we're advised by the state of Indiana of Health HFI committee that their advice is spending that fund down on projects that would positively impact health outcomes in Orange County. We believe by contracting with Jamie Walker's firm, we can multiply the funding spent by the possibility of grant opportunities currently available. We also use Walker's firm to manage a current HFI reporting that is required to spend these funds. But like I said, that's for $11,000. He's asking for a verbal, but I haven't advertised that. I'll be advertising that Thursday for the April meeting. So, anyway.
So he's just having a holding firm do grant writing?
Yeah, they got it approved through the commissioners meeting for her to help write grants and stuff this January.
Any questions?
You mean, did the other grant writer quit or,
No, I think they said they didn't have one to start with.
oh, they haven't had one, so.
Well, I mean, I think the lady in the office, like, that's kind of what Tammy Johnson used to do. She used to write the grants and stuff, but I don't know.
So they've never went through Region 15?
Then maybe because of the health department, maybe it's a situation where they can't. I don't
Very
know.
well may be,
Could be.
that's what I'm thinking, you know, so.
Yeah, but he
It's
said,
not a state, federal, or, well, I guess it would be a federal or state grant, I guess it depends on.
he said if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to call him with questions.
From what you said there, it sounds like that letter, it says that it's got the 200,000, it's
They
supposed to
have,
be used
they
for
need to
things like
spend
that.
down.
It's supposed to be used for things.
Yeah, and they need to spend it down, is what he said.
Is this a one-year deal or is this?
Contract with Jamie?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's not budgeted, I mean, it's
Right, it is.
money that's to spend down.
Thank you. Might be all right.
I have a couple things for the good, do you have anything else? Sorry.
Just as long as the verbal was approved, that's all I needed.
Everybody's okay with it?
Yeah.
That's all I got.
A couple quick notes, unless you were gonna say this. Team OC has a community resource event at the community center from 10 to 2 on Saturday. I'll be there on behalf of the bank, but I don't know, it seems like they have a lot of good a lot of organizations that are gonna be there supporting the county as a resource for our citizens, so that's a good event. And then I've also been in several different counties because of my job, and because I'm on the county council, that conversation usually comes up, and I've had a couple different people approach me about Carl, and how great he is to work with. We all know how good he is to work with, but it's really nice to go to other counties and hear your comments about people that we work with, so just wanted to add that to the order. That's all I
I
have.
have something. The housing grant applications closed on March 3rd. We had 74 applicants. And, we have enough funding to do 24 to 25 home improvements. Last week, the scoring was done on the applicants to see, and we have not received anything back. Have you received anything back yet?
No, she said 2 to 3 weeks after they should start.
We should start receiving those. And then, I guess, interviewing has been done for the inspector. That's in process. And then hopefully after this grant application closes and we've got everybody's houses all done, we can hopefully move forward to the second round of applications and apply for another grant.
That's awesome.
So yeah, 74 applications, that's more than I ever dreamed.
Oh, there was a bunch. There was people even calling today and thought that they could still do it.
And thank you to Sandy's office for helping to take care of that. And with Jenny, that was a lot of work for your office. So thank you. That's all.
I apologize for being late. It's just hard for me to get away from on Tuesday night. So I probably should have spoke up earlier, but it's just hard for me to leave Jasper and leave what I'm doing. So that's why I'm late. That's why Thursdays definitely work best for me. Just so you understand. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Don't make that vote.
Chad make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all in favor, please stop by saying aye.